for more reviews, please also like. Thank you!
Hello there everyone, Tom here again, and today we have the privilege of taking a look at the Big Firebird toy EX01 Nicee. Have to tell you, I had this thing pre-ordered about 1.5 years ago when it first came up, and I said to myself, this is what I want. This is a new aesthetic for the line. I want to see it. So I did. And here we have the front of the box. The side of the box we have product shot, back of the box, side of the box, more product shot, top, bottom. Opening this thing up, we get empty box. We get Nicee in a plastic clamshell. This looks like instructions and a card. So, let's tear open our instructions here, take a look to see what we get. Alrighty. Yeah, the instructions are in color, so that's very nice. We have reds and sort of bluish purple, bluishes, black and whites, pinks, and yellows. So, between all that, we ought to be able to figure out what we're doing here. Okay. Alright. Yep. So, looking at the figure here. Oh, the card. It's a smaller type card. This thing is coming in at 3.5 by inch and 7/8. Okay, all that's aside. Let's take a look here at the figure, and bear with me while I raise up and shoot down here a little bit. This thing does not have tape around it. At least it doesn't feel like it does. Nope. Holy crackers. There we go. Alrighty. Figure. And it looks like we've got... Interesting. Sorry about that. Looks like we've got... Let's zoom in here. Looks like we've got an alternate head here. We've got... Okay, that's silicone. We've got a very nice looking little sword here. This little gold piece here. A couple of different hands. Looks like a adapter bit and the part that makes the car. Looking at the figure. Oh, I've seen this before. This plastic around the joint. What was I just reviewing that had this on it? Oh, that was the Figma figure. Any of you that's seen my Figma figure knows I really appreciated that piece of plastic right there, the way that it was cut to prevent it from breaking. Let's see here. Something's not right here. I don't think that's supposed to be up that high, is it? I don't think it is. Tell you what, folks, give me just a second. Let me take a look at it here, the directions, and see what I can do to this. Alright, so right out of the packaging, this was up and this was down. I guess it's so that it would fit in the box. I don't know, I'm not a packer, but you all saw it, it came right out. This goes up, this comes up, this is on a hinge, comes down, that goes in, and that gives her her kind of signature backpack there. In this mode, we're coming in to the top of the car here, 7 3/4. To the top of the head is 7. Shoulder to shoulder, we're looking at 2 inches. Depth-wise, like this, let's say 2.5. Okay. Now, supposedly, this thing comes off. Not entirely sure how that works, because it looks like it's pinned. Okay, so yeah, that comes off. Zooming in here, we can take a look at this thing, and you see some nice translucence there. I'm loving this paint. That was one of the things that sold me on it. Just the way that it comes off. I mean, this thing is beautiful. I truly love it. Just right out of the bag, out of the box. I'm really digging this thing already. Let's see here. That would come in, this would come out, and yeah, here she is. She's got a kind of interesting little face. You can't see a thing, all you can see is her crotch. She's got a nice little face right here. As you can see, it's got pretty little highlights right through here. The face itself has some definition. It's really one of those kind of cute little Japanese anime faces, but under this light you can't really see all the detail. Yeah, coming down the figure, she's got yeah. Coming on down, she looks like this. On down, we've got working pistons in the knees. Pretty neat. And then the feet. So, articulation. The head can... It's on a... there must be a pin right there for it to do that. It's also on... It was like a hinge. Yeah, there's no confused dog look there. Squeaky squeaky. Goes all the way around though. So quite expressive. The arms can go all the way around. Shoulder pad can lift up, and you can get it, that's as high as she's going to get her arms. That's a little limited in articulation, but it's okay. We have a cut joint here. I imagine we've got a double ball peg in here somewhere. So yeah, she's got that. She can move up and down, so she's got a little ab crunch. You don't have a whole lot of waist articulation here. You can push it and get a little bit more, but I don't recommend it. This feels like paint. Or if it's not, it's really shiny plastic. So I want to show you all something, and I'm really hoping this comes out. Do you see that? She's got a belly button. Why in the hell does she have a belly button? Regardless. The legs can go forward that far. They can go back, so she can do the full American splits without any problems. Side to side, that's what you're going to get side to side. We already looked at the knee. She gets a double jointed knee for a good run there. It's past 90 degrees. That's very stiff. And then we have the feet. The feet can go up a little bit, down a lot. Then we get a decent rocker. That reminds me of the Marvel Legends rockers. So that is as far as she can go standing flat-footed. Alright, let's see here. Her shield will go in, it's got a little peg, so one of the hands will do it. The gun, the bow. Yeah, let's take us a look at this here. Alright. I suppose the next thing to do now is scale comparison, and then we will get into transformation. So transforming old Nicee here is kind of an exercise in futility to some degree. Mostly because I couldn't get it, I could not get everything transformed and all the tabs to go correctly. Now, normally on this channel I do this kind of, fresh, and I don't do a pre-transformation unless it's a figure like this I've been waiting so long for and am anticipating. So having said that, I've already transformed it once, and let's see if we can do a better job of it this time. So something I do that I have found works better is the first thing I'm going to do is remove her hands. Next, come back here and open this up, open this up, open this up, and extend the entire body like this. Turn your head around. These will all tab together in ways that you would expect. They come in like this, and there are tabs and slots to put those together. Now here's where I ran into issues. There's a pin and a port. There's a little slot right there that goes into this piece right here. I can get the pin without any trouble, but getting the slot in, at least for me, is an exercise in futility. It's just not going to go, no matter what I do. And I've tried several things, including cussing and voodoo. So next thing we do is pull out our chairs and flip these little wing pieces back. We'll get to those here in a minute. Pull this up. We're going to pull out the thigh. It's on a double hinge here. So pull it out and double hinge it, and we can just leave them alone for right now. What we have to do now is there's two pieces of die cast right here. They have to go into this area. So the easiest thing to do is there's a ball joint into this connection right here. Just move it in. With your trusty spudger. Fits to where you can. There. So can you see how that has connected there? You want both of these to basically do the same thing here, and they really need to touch. Now, additionally, there are pegs right here that are going to go into her arms, so you have to kind of maneuver this around so that they will set and peg in. I may be doing this out of order. I don't rightly remember, to be fair, but they cross over and then they just kind of peg in once you get them in the right position. And if you don't have these pieces here in the middle correct, they won't line up correctly. they will go when they're correct. Lord. There's not one. There, that one's in. This one will come in and go in as well. Hopefully. Get in there. Go to your home. You know you want to. It's good for you. There we go. Yeah, alright. So now those are connected properly. The legs come up and we rotate them here at the thigh, or at the ankle. Got to make sure your legs are straight also. You know what, no wonder it wasn't working right. I gotta do these after I get the legs in. Legs come up, and there are posts right here that are going to go into the leg pieces right here. So you gotta shift it up on that joint, hook that leg piece in right there, then hook in your heel piece here, and the heel will move in and out, so you just kind of adjust it, and there's a place there for it. Bring your arm back in and connect it back where it was. If it's to where you can. Even if it's not to where you can, you need to try. Oh goodness, folks. Come on now, it's not supposed to be this difficult. It's really not. It's not supposed to be this difficult. That plugs in there. This comes around, and it just kind of get in there, damn you. Yeah, like that. Okay. Phew. If this is not all lined up properly, it's not going to work. So it's mostly just getting it all together as best as you can without trying to break anything. And I say that, but I don't get the impression that this is going to break. I just get the impression that it doesn't like me personally. So come on now. Which is really sad, because I do kind of like it. There we go. Now, all of that is together, and none of that is really together, but we'll make it do. Lift those up. Take your piece here. Now, what I have discovered is easiest to do. There is a latch on both sides that fits into these little pieces here on these. Line one up. Don't worry about getting it anywhere else yet. Line it up and push it on that clip. Just like that, right there. Get it over the seats, and there are two tabs right there that will go right in right there, and then it's just a matter of kind of flexing it just a little bit to get it around. And this is about the best I can do with it. It rolls freely enough, there's enough clearance so long as you don't have the hands on there. I haven't found any place to store the weaponry, and as I said, it's kind of an exercise in futility because I can't get it to tab down here the way it's supposed to. Now, I fully grant at all times, anytime I do something with one of these figures, that it could be user error. I fully grant that. But she's coming in at 6.5 inches approximately. Width-wise, in this mode, we're looking at about 2.5. Height-wise, this is probably going to be the tallest point. 1 3/4 inches. Excuse me. why don't we do scale comparison, and then we'll do final thoughts. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Hubbada hubbada. Ah! Final thoughts wise, folks. This is Big Firebird's first ever release, as far as I know. It's got a lot. It shares a lot of technology with some of the FH figure arts stuff that I've looked at. Now, to be fair, I'm sorry, the Figma. The Figma. It reminds me a lot of the Figma figure, the Black Widow, and it shares a lot of the same technology. So there's always that. Well, this is not going to be the one you replace your fans project, your fans toys, or any of the other ones with. This is a niche piece, and I absolutely love it. I think it's the greatest thing I've gotten all year, even if I can't transform it, because let's face it, the only reason I was transforming it was for the sake of the video. It'll never be in that mode again. You can pose her in lots of different ways. She is a little back heavy, but you can take off some of that. The joints are good, the plastic quality is good, the playability is great. The cost of it, I'm happy with my purchase. I'm satisfied with my purchase. So the cost of it is okay for me. But if I wasn't, paying $100 for this figure would be painful. She's fine. She's great. I highly recommend her for what she is. I have already pre-ordered their other two offerings they've got going on right now. So yeah, spend the money, buy this one. If you like anything about it, it's worth it. It's worth it. It looks and feels as good as it actually is. This is Tom. Thanks for watching. I'll see you, wherever you are, at the next review.
Thank you for watching my Papa's channel. Please subscribe and like. Thank you.
Excuse me, can I have some Vitaminajon, please?
Sure.
Yum, 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 yum. Poof! Holy crap!
Another satisfied customer of Vitamin John.
You need to sell this stuff.
Operators are standing by. Go now!